The bitter tea and the sweet promotion. Amina Okoye had always believed that hard work was the only currency that never devalued. At 37, she had climbed the corporate ladder at Zenith Marketing in Lagos with quiet determination. No shortcuts, no scandals, just results. Her husband, Chike, called her the family ATM in private jokes that stopped being funny years ago. They lived in a modest three-bedroom flat in Lekki Phase 1, bought 5 years earlier when property prices dipped. The mortgage was a monthly beast, but Amina paid most of it from her salary as senior brand strategist. Chike, a sales manager at a car dealership in Ikeja, complained endlessly about slow sales and bad economy, yet somehow always had money for new agbada and weekend drinks with clients. Their marriage had started with fireworks, university sweethearts, traditional wedding in Enugu, white wedding in Lagos. Chike had swept her off her feet with promises of forever. But lately, the fire had cooled to embers. He came home late, smelling of perfume that wasn't hers. He avoided her questions. Amina told herself it was stress. She had bigger things, the quarterly pitch for a major telecom client that could make or break her career. May 15, 2025 dawned bright and humid. Amina drove her faithful Toyota Corolla to the office, humming an old Fela tune. The building buzzed with the usual Lagos chaos. Okada riders weaving through traffic, hawkers selling recharge cards. She greeted the security man, Baba Musa, who always asked after her mother. Upstairs, the marketing floor was alive. Amina's cubicle overlooked the lagoon. On her desk sat a framed photo of her and Nana Ya, taken last Christmas at the family house in Abuja, a grand old bungalow in Maitama, built by Amina's grandfather, a retired civil servant. The property was worth a fortune now, prime land near Aso Rock. Nana Ya, 82, lived there alone, stubborn as iron, refusing to move. "This house is my history," she'd say. "When I go, it goes to you, my only grandchild." Amina's phone buzzed. Chike. "Where are you?" he asked, voice tight. "At work. Why?" "Just asking. We need to talk tonight. Important." Amina smiled. Maybe he wanted to apologize for last week's fight over money, or perhaps he had good news, maybe a big sale. She decided to surprise him. The telecom pitch had gone perfectly yesterday. The CEO had called her in that morning. "Amina, sit," Mr. Adebayo said, smiling for once. "The board has decided you're our new head of marketing. 60% salary increase, company SUV, bonus structure, effective next month." Amina's heart raced. Head of marketing. At 37, she could finally breathe, pay off the mortgage faster, renovate Nana Ya's house, maybe even start the family they'd postponed for years. She wanted to scream the news from the rooftop. Instead, she thought of a joke, a little test. She'd call Chike, pretend she'd been fired, see his real reaction, then drop the bomb. It would be funny, romantic even. She dialed him from the bathroom, heart pounding. "Chike, baby, something happened." Her voice trembled. Good acting. "What?" He sounded annoyed. "They let me go. Downsizing. I'm finished." Silence. Then a sharp laugh. "You serious? After all that overtime? Idiot woman. I told you not to trust these Yoruba bosses. Now what? You think I can carry this house alone?" Idiot woman. The words hit like a slap. In 12 years, he'd never called her that. I thought you'd support me," whispered. "Support? With what? My salary barely covers fuel. You better start looking for another job quick. Don't come home crying." He hung up. Amina stared at the phone, tears hot. The joke had backfired, but something in his voice, relief, made her stomach twist. She wiped her face and returned to her desk. The promotion letter sat there like a golden ticket. She wouldn't tell him yet. That afternoon, she left early. Traffic was light. She wanted to see Nana Ya, but first, home, to change and think. She parked quietly, climbed the stairs. The door was unlocked. Strange. She heard voices from the kitchen, Chike's, and a woman, young, laughing. Amina froze, then crept closer. She's so gullible, Chike was saying. 12 years and she still believes I love her. That idiot thinks the world of me. The woman giggled. And the old woman's house? Maitama? That's millions, Chike. Dollars even. Exactly. Nanaya is 82, not long now. I already spoke to the lawyer. Will is in Amina's name, but as husband, community property applies. Half is mine after she inherits. Amina's knees buckled. She held the wall. But what if the old woman changes her mind? The woman asked. She won't. I've kept Amina too busy. Work, work, no time to visit. And if she lingers too long, I have a plan. My guy at the hospital knows how to make it look natural. Slow poison, heart attack, old age, no questions. Amina tasted bile, poison, her grandmother. The woman, blonde weave, tight dress, kissed him. You're wicked, baby, but smart. Once the house is sold, we relocate. Dubai, maybe. Chike laughed. First, Amina has to lose her job. She called today, fired. Perfect. Now she can't pay the mortgage. She'll beg me to sell everything, including pushing Nanaya into a home. Amina backed away silently, tears streaming. She slipped out, drove to a nearby eatery, and called Tunde, her colleague, the only man in the department who treated her like a sister. Tunde, I need you now. He met her at the buka. She told him everything, promotion, joke, overheard plot. Tunde's face hardened. Chike sank onto the couch. It was her idea, the girl. I didn't save it for the judge. Amina packed a small bag, documents, clothes, laptop, the photo of Nanaya. She took down their wedding picture, tore it in half. Chike watched, stunned. 12 years, Amina. We had something. We had your lies. She paused at the door. You wanted me unemployed, remember? Said I was an idiot who couldn't keep a job. Well, here I am. She smiled, cold, victorious. I'm unemployed now, just like you wanted. You'll have to cover the mortgage yourself. The door clicked shut behind her. Tunde waited in the car. You okay? For the first time in years, Amina said, yes. They drove into the Lagos night. The city lights blurred like stars. Amina thought of Nanaya, recovering, strong, of her new job starting Monday, of the future. No more pretending, no more carrying dead weight. She touched Tunde's hand. Thank you. Always, he said softly. Ahead lay uncertainty, but also freedom, real freedom. And somewhere in the quiet of her heart, Amina heard Nanaya's voice. You were always the strong one, my girl. She believed it now.